The focus of this video will be on upgrading your existing toggle switch to control your D.I.C, or Driver Information Center, to that of a control panel. The control panel makes it easier to find your settings and driver information than that of the toggle switch. It adds better aesthetics, and in my personal application, it unlocked additional information, controls, and features that I did not have with my toggle application. You may be pleasantly surprised to find that the wiring harness and connector are already established from the factory, and all we'll need to do is purchase the headlight switch, vent bezel, and D.I.C control panel for this application. I will recommend you watch this video in full length and ensure that you have the wiring harness and connector in place before you buy your bezel and information control panel. With that said, let's get started. A few tools you will need for this install are 2 trim pry bars, one small, one medium, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, and a 10mm socket, extension, and ratchet. Not shown, you will also need a small standard screwdriver. The products you'll need to purchase will be a headlight switch vent bezel and the D.I.C, our Driver Information Control panel. Start by disconnecting your battery. You'll need a 10mm socket. Now let's go to the interior. Note, in this section of the video, I will be using my hands to remove the interior trim pieces. Dependent upon your hand strength, you may find it useful to use the interior trim tools listed in the beginning of this video. Start by removing the 10mm bolt that secures the parking brake release. With a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, remove the retaining screws at both ends of the lower panel as shown. Now remove the side panel, begin at the bottom where you see the tab and arrow and pull straight back. Once released, go to the top and pull straight back. The panel will come out easily. Now move to the lower panel, begin on the passenger side. Pry from the bottom and top simultaneously and pull straight back. Now move to the driver's side, grab towards the top and center just under the steering column and pull straight back. This panel too should remove easily. To remove the headlight switch vent bezel, begin at the top. Place your right hand just center at the top with your left hand at the outside corner and pull straight back until the top releases. Now work your way down the outside of the bezel while pulling straight back. Once released, go to the inside of the bezel by the steering column and with both hands pull straight back. Once again, the bezel should remove easily. To disconnect the headlight switch connector, press down on the button and pull straight back. Try not to pull on the wires themselves. Identify the wiring harness for your driver's information center. Since this option was not utilized from the factory will often have this wiring harness tucked back and may at first be hard to see. Now we'll need to transfer our existing switch over to our new bezel. With a small screwdriver, pry back on the retaining tab while simultaneously pressing forward from the front side of the switch. The switch should remove easily. Install your switch into your new bezel in the reverse order of removal. Now let's move back to the interior. Reinstall the headlight switch connector and install your driver information center connector. These connectors will only go in one way. Place your bezel back into its location, but do not snap it back into place yet. We are going to ensure that everything is properly functioning. Reconnect the battery. Turn your ignition to the on position. Check your headlight switch for proper function. Now begin to scroll through your driver information center's settings. Begin with the top button and work your way down. The check button confirms desired changes within your settings. Looks like everything is functioning properly. Now reinstall your light switch vent bezel in the reverse order as removal. Reinstall your lower panel and fuse cover panel in the reverse order as removal. Well, I gotta say, with everything put back together, I'm extremely happy with this quick little upgrade. I had to spend a little bit more money to get this OEM bezel and switch, but it was well worth it. It matches my other interior trim pieces perfectly. I hope you found this video useful and inspired you to do an upgrade. Keep riding, keep customizing, and I'll see you out on the scene.